Hey, back doing my reviews on the Halloween series, and I'm continuing that review with the series with Halloween 2, 1981. I really like this movie. It's got Donald Pleasance in it again, Jamie Lee Curtis. Um, actually, I know that a lot of people are kind of torn on this movie. Um, a lot of people say they don't really care for it. A lot of other people say they really do like it. Um, I'm one of the ones that fall into the I really like this movie. I think it holds up well with the first one, and the first two in the series are my favorites out of all the whole series of Halloween movies. Just because I felt like it was definitely they did a really good job on continuing it through to make it feel like one and two are both like part of the same movie. Um, I always feel like you can't watch the first one without watching the second one too, just because it's the rest of the night. I mean, it continues. Um, I like Halloween 2 almost as much as I like Halloween 1. Um, there are a lot of things actually about this movie that I like more than I liked about the first one. Then there was things about the first one that I like more about this than this one. So, um, yeah, I guess I probably like this one so much because it was on TV a lot when I was a kid, and they actually showed this more on TV than they did the first one when I was younger, and so I kind of just grew up watching this one a lot, and just kind of grew up to love this movie. Like I said, Donald Pleasance and Jamie Lee Curtis are back in it. It continues on throughout the night. It's basically the concluding chapter of the first one. I mean, the first one and the second one are basically one movie. Um, it is kind of crazy, however, that they waited a few years to do this one, and they kind of pulled it off because they really matched it well. You really did feel like that this was all kind of in the same night, and it was very believable. I thought they did a really good job with that. Now they did have another guy play the shape in this one. The guy who played the shape in this one was Dick Warlock. The other guy who did it in the first movie, his name is slipping my mind for some reason. But you had a lot of memorable characters in this too. Obviously, you got the romantic interest there, kind of Jimmy, played by Lance Guest. Well, I always remember him from The Last Starfighter and Jaws: The Revenge. Um, but then you had the other ambulance driver, Bud, who was played by Leo Rossi. I always liked his character. I thought he was pretty funny, smoking weed and shit and cracking jokes. And he's gonna die, you know. And he actually, I thought they could have made his death a little better, but his girlfriend ended up getting it pretty good. Um, it's got Charles Cyphers in it too. I believe he plays the sheriff. Yeah, Brackett. Yep, Sheriff Brackett. Um, Donald Pleasance. I love Donald Pleasance in both these movies. I liked him in the sequels too, but in the first two movies, he did a great job. Um, like I say, this movie's really good. I really like it. I have the universal copy of it here, just the bare bones. There's no features on this whatsoever. Um, I don't know if I've never watched the Blu-ray set of this series. I don't know about the features on those, so if anybody knows about the features on those, if there's any good features, let me know in the comments, and I'd like to see that because I'm not really sure. I've never seen it, so I've never seen anything online about it. Um, yeah, so if you guys could let me know, I'd appreciate that. Um, yeah, really not much more to say about this movie. It's just it's a great sequel. I think it's the strongest sequel out of the whole bunch. Halloween 4 was pretty decent. Um, I like that one. That was probably the next best one, I think, in my opinion, anyways. Yeah, I know a lot of people when they, as far as the production on this, they really didn't want to make a new one. I know originally, trying to think of the guy's name. He directed Stephen King's It miniseries. I can't remember the guy's name right offhand, but I know he was slated to direct this movie, and he ended up dropping out of the project because he didn't agree with the direction that they were heading in it. And I know John Carpenter really wasn't happy with the direction that they had taken in this movie either. In essence, they really did kind of abandon the whole reason for the first one. I mean, they made Michael Myers more of a slash killer in this, like a slasher movie, and they really didn't want to do that, and that wasn't what the first one was all about. And so a lot of people say that it doesn't match up with the tone. Tone's a lot different. I could see that, but I mean, what other direction are you gonna go with, with a serial killer? I mean, I don't know what other direction they could have went with this movie. Maybe they could have done something and figured something else out. Maybe it would have been good. I don't know. But I know the direction that they did go in with it, and I approve. I think everybody else approved. I mean, it's made millions and millions of dollars and countless sequels, so they must have done something right. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about Halloween 2. Continuing on with my series, so if you want to hear any more of my thoughts, I'll be back with Halloween 3. Thanks.